Hello everyone, it's Queen V line back to you with another video. This video is an update to the Buffalo and Uvalde mass shootings. This is a very sensitive topic. I in no way am trying to disrespect the victims and or survivors and communities. So my continued support to the victims, survivors, communities during this difficult time. You will watch a brief clip and I will be back with my commentary.
Government to seek a death sentence. 19-year-old Peyton Gendron has been indicted Thursday on 27 federal counts for the mass shooting at Tops on Jefferson Avenue. According to the federal indictment, the suspect willfully shot and killed 10 people because of their race and skin color on May 14th.
But we can expect a lot of pressure from various groups that are going to indicate that given the horrific nature of the underlying offenses here, that they should seek the death penalty in this case.
The gunman faces a list of hate crime charges, including killing 10 people, attempting to kill more black people in and around Tops, and using a firearm to commit these crimes. The federal government could seek the death penalty.
The indictment formally triggers the Department of Justice's process in determining whether they're going to seek the death penalty. There are charges that are in the indictment that are what's known as death eligible. That doesn't mean they're going to seek the death penalty. It means that they're permitted to seek the death penalty if they choose to do so.
The federal government has yet to determine if they will seek the death penalty. Legal expert Barry Covert says there could be a push for it.
Prior to this announcement, the suspect's attorney wanted to push back this case by a year, citing they needed more psychiatric evidence. This motion, however, was denied by the judge, but they were granted another 90 days, which means on October 6th of this year, court will reconvene. These are my thoughts. It's bad enough that the defense attorney already has a gag order in place, which means neither the defense nor the prosecutors can speak about this ongoing investigation/trial. I think it is safe to say that it is the DOJ's best interest to pursue all avenues in seeking justice for this community, meaning the victims lost, the survivors of this horrific event, and the community members that need reassurance of safety. Once again, if these victims were of other, we would not be having this conversation. So it is imperative for the DOJ to do its due diligence and seek justice for this community. It is imperative that the DOJ seeks justice for this community, because if they do not pursue all avenues, this case will set precedents for future cases in where alleged domestic terrorists can use this case and potentially harm others in the future. Once again, these victims are never coming back. And it's up to us, the people, to require persons that we elect in office and persons put in positions of law to do their job. Allow the case to unfold, but please do your job. Moving on to Uvalde. I saw parts of the video. I am not going to lie. And it was very disheartening. You will watch a brief clip and I will be back with more commentary.
77 minutes before taking him down. It was obtained by investigative reporter Tony Plahetsky of the Austin American-Statesman and KVUE TV.
This is not a decision that we have taken lightly. We have carefully considered what we are doing here. We know that there will be people out there who maybe do not agree with our decision to air these clips.
Several family members are angry that they didn't get to see the video first.
To the person that leaked it, screw you.
They were going to see this video on Sunday. You did not have to release this and leak it. And I think it's appalling, and you should be ashamed of yourselves for doing that.
But others say the criticism is misdirected.
And we will not change our minds until we see the result and hear those babies cry for help. That is what we need to see. And I hate to say it, but that's what it's going to need to exact change and protect our babies.
The harrowing video begins at 11:28 a.m. as the killer crashes his car outside the school. 3 minutes later, he fires at the building. A teacher inside frantically calls 911, screaming at the kids to take cover. 11:33 a.m. The killer walks into the school, takes a right, and saunters down a corridor, casually flicking his hair. A youngster comes out of the bathroom and notices the gunman. As the rampage begins, the boy turns and runs for cover. We hear multiple bursts of gunfire, but the sound of the children's screams has been removed. 3 minutes later, the first cops arrive. They move in to confront the killer, but are repelled, grazed by bullets. Over the next 20 minutes, more law enforcement officers arrive. We counted 24 crowded into the hallway, heavily armed, wearing helmets, carrying ballistic shields, but they still hung back.
The screams of children were scrubbed from the video, which means the officers in the hallway were hearing that
too.
and yet sitting there.
Some moments are triggering pure disbelief. This officer strolls over to the mounted dispenser and sanitizes his hands.
Under what world is it okay to use a hand sanitizer while children are screaming and you know that they're in there with a crazy gunman?
Two others fist bump and this cop checks his cell phone, but maybe that's understandable. He's reportedly the husband of fourth grade teacher Eva Morales, who called him to say she had been shot. Finally, at 12:50, they make their move. 1 hour and 17 minutes after the nightmare began, it's over. Now the cops must answer why it took so long.
The New York Post today, not mincing words, calling them cowards.
Let's be honest. Had these children and their teachers been other, I don't think that the tape would have been released in the manner that it was. Let's be honest. As Americans, we're very sensitive to a certain group of people. And when it comes to victims and survivors who are Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native Americans, and others, there seems to be this distinctive disconnect. And I want persons to understand that these mass shooting victims and survivors aren't just flashpoint across our TV screens and mobile devices. These are actual people living through this every day in America. Congress, particularly the Senate, had the opportunity to pass in the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act back in May, and they denied it. I need persons to understand that the legislative branch makes the laws. These victims are no longer here. I can't no longer post thoughts and prayers because I don't believe in it anymore. I believe in action, and I'm putting my voice to the vote. Are we willing to do more thoughts and prayers in the weeks and the months and the years to come? Not me. I want to honor these victims because at the end of the day, Today it's someone on the TV. Tomorrow it could be someone that you know and love. How many more mass shootings can America take? We are in the month of July and already we have over 300 mass shootings. How many more mass funerals are we going to sit through with our neighbors, our loved ones no longer here because we decided that we are not going to do anything about it? It is up to us, the people, to go out and vote for politicians who are willing to protecting our present and future generations to come. This narrative of thoughts and prayers can no longer work. We must do our part and our due diligence. I want us to be safe in our schools, in our outgoings, in our place of worship, place of education. Just living the American dream, it should be our God-given right. But how can we, when we continuously vote for politicians that do not care about us? America, the choice is yours. Now we'll see you in the next video.